Welcome back to Forgotten Hollywood. So just to explain a few things, I had some technical problems. I couldn't get my audio and video to work together at all. So I got a new camera, I got a new microphone, I got a new setup. So hopefully this will fix any issues. I wanted to address the controversy that I am seeing in media about Mary Poppins and how it has been moved from a G-rated film to a PG-rated film. And that's all because of one word. Now, I am not going to say the word here just because I don't want to risk getting in trouble with YouTube. I'm not that big of a channel. I can't take any kind of hits like that. But I do want to explain what the word means, why it was in the movie, and what this means going forward for the movie. So Mary Poppins was released in 1964. It was a huge hit. It had a budget of $4.4 to $6 million, and it brought in $103 million box office. It was huge. But what was the dreaded word, and why did no one notice it? Well, here's the word. I'm going to put it on screen right now. If you are like me, you probably have no idea what this word means. What is this word? This word is a derogatory term used by white Europeans for the nomadic tribes of Southern Africa, as explained by Google. To understand what this word means actually brings more context to the scene. It makes more sense how the Admiral reacted, what he did in the scene, and because he ends up firing cannons at the chimney sweeps. But just to explain, for those of you who haven't studied Anglo-African history, between 1879 and 1900, there were 3 wars fought by the British in Southern Africa. Admiral Boom is a military man in his 70s, the year is 1910, so he would have been in his 40s when the first conflict broke out, and so he probably would have been an officer in charge of men during that first conflict, and probably near retirement age when the last one happened 10 years prior to the movie. As an older man who clearly has mental problems, he thinks he's still at sea, he's turned the top of his house into a boat, he's got a cannon. This guy might have had some form of PTSD when he saw, in the dark, a bunch of people covered in soot who would look dark to him, and think that London was being invaded by the Zulus, or whatever tribe he thought that it was. And this actually makes more sense when he thinks we're being invaded, we need to defend ourselves, fire the cannon. And of course he misses every shot and the chimney sweeps jump over them and it looks like fireworks and stuff like that. And then they all go down the chimneys again and they're all safe. So no one's actually injured. It's just a way to end the scene, basically. It's a way to get the characters back into the Banks house. All the stuff to tie back into things that had happened earlier in the movie. So was the word needed? Not necessarily, but it does create context for what the Admiral is seeing, what he thinks he's seeing, why he's reacting the way he is. But you have to know in order for it to really make sense. As a child, I had no idea about the Anglo-Zulu Wars or any of the other conflicts, and so I thought he was just panicking because there's a bunch of people running around on the roofs and he thought he had to defend London. Which also is basically what he did, just without the details. So I thought that the word was just, what is this? This is crazy. I thought that's what it meant. I didn't know. I was a kid. And the fact is, most people probably have no idea what that word means. Most people were probably not offended, but then a few people looked up what it meant and got up in arms. And that's why the rating was changed. Now, when I looked up the details for this, it says that the British rating system changed the rating. Which also kind of makes a little bit more sense because the British were the ones involved in the conflicts. They would know the context of the word better than people in America or Mexico or Japan or wherever. So they changed the rating. It does not necessarily mean that the rating was changed in other countries because movies have different ratings in different countries. Ratings depend on the certain criteria for that particular country. So it changing in Britain does not mean that it's going to change in America or Canada. Well, Canada maybe. I don't know what their rating system is. The rating system doesn't actually mean much. It just kind of gives you a vague idea of what to expect. A PG kids movie, it's not going to faze many people. And most people are probably going to look at the title Mary Poppins and they're going to know what the movie is and they're not even going to care about the rating. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the controversy in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications and I will catch up with you next time.